start a copy of the Windows XP to check for existing drives. Clicking on Start, then My Computer. We can see here two drives, Local C and the CD that contains the virtual guest editions. When Windows XP was first created, CDs and DVD writers were just being made available, but at a cost. So in many cases the tape drive was used. In our example, we shall fit a further hard drive that we shall be using for the backing up, and we'll be looking at a disaster recovery. Also, with Windows XP, you could create a floppy disk that was used as a recovery disk. It only contains some very simple information, such as where the backup files were originally located. We can see here we do not have an extra hard drive, nor a floppy disk drive, so these will need creating within VirtualBox. Shut down and return to VirtualBox. Clicking on the machine we shall be using, then on Settings, Storage, Add Hard Drive, then Create New Disk. We shall be using the default settings. Choose a location for a new virtual hard disk and change the name to Windows XP Original Guest 01 Backup Drive. Then Create. Now we need to add a floppy disk drive. So we click on Add New Storage Controller, then Add Floppy Disk Controller. This will add an icon to the right of controller floppy called Add Floppy Drive. By clicking on this, we've clicked on Choose Disk. Create, and then we type in Windows XP Original Guest 01 Recovery Disk. Then choose followed by OK. Naturally, since we have a floppy disk in the drive, the computer will attempt to boot from it, so the boot order will need changing by clicking on System. Hard disk was highlighted and then the up arrow was clicked on twice, then OK. This Windows XP machine was then started. Now to check if the new drives have been installed by clicking on Start, then My Computer. We can now see the 3.5-inch floppy is available, and if we double click on this we should find a blank floppy disk. The floppy disk was called this because they did just that. You could bend them, as they consisted of a magnetic disk in an 8-inch cardboard case. The disk would rotate within the floppy drive and the magnetic properties changed to a read-write head. Eventually they were reduced down in size to 3.5-inch. And over the years there have been many variations of them, but they were very limited in storage capacity, and it would be a rare sighting if you ever saw one in operation today. We need now to create a partition on the new hard drive, so we click on Start, then on Control Panel. We switch to Classic View, then clicked on Administrative Tools, Computer Management, Storage and Disk Management. This will cause the Disk Wizard to start, and once again we choose the default settings. We then click on Disk 1, Action, All Tasks, New Volume, and again choose the default settings. When prompted for volume label, we entered Backup Drive. Notice there is no spaces as XP had a limitation on the number of characters that could be used in a volume name, and again followed the default settings. We close the Computer Management window, then the Administrative Tools window, and we should have returned to My Computer, and here we should now find our backup drive, and as expected it is blank. Next we need to create some data. Click on Start, then on Programs, Accessories, then Paint. By pressing the Print Screen key on the keyboard, a screen dump will be created. In Paint, we click on Edit, then Paste. We then maximise the window, and as you can see, a screen dump of the desktop has been made. To save, we click on File, Save As in My Pictures, and changed the file name to image01 and clicked on Save. We then closed Pen and made our way to My Pictures, and here we can see our data. Now to create a mirror backup by clicking on Start, All Programs, Accessories, System Tools, then Backup. This should cause the wizard to start. We have selected Backup Files and Settings. Remember, this is a mirror or image backup, so we have chosen all the information on this computer. Now we have the opportunity to select where we want the backup to be. So we click on Browse, Computer, double clicking on E drive. We then changed the file name to Mirror01 and clicked on Save. Before continuing, we opened and positioned the clock and made a note of the time, 6:03. Clicked on Finish. The end time was noted 6:04. Next, the backup utility is to be created. So since our floppy disk was already in the drive, we clicked on OK. At this point, we were prompted to remove the disk and label it. Since this is only a virtual drive, we clicked on OK. Now to see the backup in action, we manipulate our way back to My Pictures. Then we right-clicked on it and it selected Delete. Now we wish to restore just this one file. Remember, we have a backup of everything to the E drive. So we click on Start, All Programs, Accessories, System Tools, Backup, then Next. This time we will choose Storage Files and Settings. We clicked on the plus sign to the left of File to expand it, and again to the left of Mirror or 1. C was selected, then Documents and Settings, followed by User 01. We then double clicked on My Documents, then My Pictures, and here we should find Image 01. This selected, we clicked on Next, then Finish. Once again we made our way to My Pictures. You can see here a clear advantage of a mirror backup, but there is another advantage: disaster recovery.